Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So annoyingly, this is my second time filming this because I recorded it like last week and my SD card corrupted. But it's okay. And he's not. But I'm back here doing it again. I also lost another vlog. Just gonna bring that in here now. I was doing a whole reading Abby Jimenez for the first time. And I read Part of Your World and I read Yours Truly. And I lost all the footage for it. So that vlog went in the bin. Just so you know, Part of Your World, 4 stars. Yours Truly, 5. Hence me letting you know that here because you're never gonna see the video. But I'm here to bring you a book haul because I have an addiction, as we all know, and I'm going to show you a few of the books I have purchased recently. A few are from subscription boxes. Most of them are just the fact that I cannot control myself, you know. So I'm going to go through each one by one, maybe briefly go over the synopsis but also briefly not, and go from there. Cool. So we're going to start at the top of this random as fuck stack and we're just going to go through. I don't know what order this is in. It's probably the most randomest order known to man, but you know, such is the modern world. So the first book I've seen all over Goodreads, all over booktube, and it has one of my like buzzwords on the front. I'll show you the cover and let you guess my buzzword. What's the buzzword? If you guess murder, you're correct. Yes, I'm psychotic. But I bought The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Taunton. I found out he also wrote The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I do own that. It's up there somewhere. But that's quite cool. Don't really know anything about it. Let's read the synopsis and find out for the second time. The countdown has begun. Abby keeps them safe. 122 islanders and 3 beloved scientists live in harmony, kept safe from a poisonous fog behind a security barrier with the help of Abby's instructions. Nima keeps the islanders occupied. Nima is one of the scientists who remembers what life was like before the fog. She ensures that all of the islanders have a job to do and everyone loves her. Almost everyone. Emery can't stop asking questions, but then one of the scientists is found dead and their murder triggers the dropping of the security barrier. The only way to reinstate it is to find the killer, but can Emery ask the right questions? They have 107 hours to solve the murder before the fog sweeps in. Can they stop the end of their world? It's giving me like sci-fi, murdery sci-fi vibes, and I don't really read sci-fi. It's just not my thing. So this might be a good way for me to get in that. Let me know if you've read this. Let me know if you think I'll like it. And if you think I won't, don't tell me. Because otherwise I'll never read it. Next we have a very much loved author from me, and that's T. Kingfisher. And we have Paladins Grace. I believe this has been republished, and it has been out for a long time, but they've recently got republished. Yes, first published in 2020, and then republished by Orbit in 2025. I'm very excited to read this. 1, I love T. Kingfisher. 2, I love T. Kingfisher's fantasy. 3, it just looks cool. Like, look at that. Does that cover not look sick to you? Just me? Fair pay. So Paladins Grace is a darkly whimsical, cozy fantasy featuring sock-knitting paladins, badass performers, courtroom hijinks, and heart-racing romance. Sounds good. I like cozy fantasy. I like cozy fantasy. I like T. Kingfisher's cozy fantasy. Really enjoyed A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking and Nettle and Bone. So, yeah, a vibe. Next we have a bit of a random one. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. So I'm a big Cassandra Clare fan. That we did know. But Cassandra Clare wanted to publish these books that are just in the Shadowhunter universe but not specifically a part of a series, just kind of like more factual things to help you understand the world, and also go back and revisit a few characters or in their past kind of thing. But the publishers wouldn't publish it. So she started a Kickstarter, and we had 3 books published within this Kickstarter, which I joined because Cassandra Clare, I'll buy anything you make. And this is book 3 of that series. This is the last book we're getting. I don't know if I've ever showed the other 2. Let me know if I haven't, and I'll show them in like a vlog or something. But so this one is Cassandra Clare. Careful of Books, a novella collection. I believe it's like Shadowhunter vibes, but I might be wrong because there's like a Big Ben, but then it's like Peter Pan, can you see that? And then like Sherlock Holmes, Titanic, like I don't really know what's going on. But we have a novella collection, which I'm not against because I don't really read novellas. And I do need to read more. So yeah, when I actually put my ass in gear and read Queen of Air and Darkness, don't judge me, I still haven't read it. When I read it, and then I finish off the final trilogy, maybe we'll read these. But this is like, it's just a hardback. It's really pretty. I paid a bottom dollar for all 3. Like we're not gonna talk about it. But I bought them. The next 4 I'm going to put together, and I bought these off of Vinted from the lovely Claire. We love you, Claire. Claire's one of my favourite human beings on this earth. Unfortunately, I live... Where do I live? Southwest? Near Bath. If you know Bath. I live near Bath. And Claire lives near the top. She's from Scotland. She's far. So it's quite sad, but she's one of my favourite people. She's just very, very far away. But she was selling these, and I thought, I've seen people talk about those. I'm relatively interested. Sold. And that is volume 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Witch Hat Aitlia. Is it pronounced Aitlia? I don't know. But it's a manga, and they're really cute. Like, look how cute that is. I think that's just going to be like right up my street, you know. Yes, I've still got to go out and buy volume 1, but that's fine. I just think these covers are stunning. And I just think this is going to be really, really up my street. Don't get me wrong, I have absolutely no idea what this is about. Oh, here we go. The magical adventure that took Japan by storm is finally here, from the acclaimed DC and Marvel cover artist. Oh wow, I did not know that. Okay, cool. But it just seems like really magical, really cute, really cozy. Gives me Dragon Quest vibes, if you ever played that. Probably not, probably just me. But I loved Dragon Quest when I was a kid, and it gives me those kind of vibes, so I'm all for. Next is one of my recent pre-orders that came in while I was in sunny Florida, and that is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I really enjoyed The Blade Itself and The Man That Hanged, Before the Man Hanged, Before... Something about being hanged. Book 2 in the first Law trilogy. Something about Before They Were Hanged. Before They Were Hanged. Might be Before They Were Hanged. Yes, Joe Abercrombie. So yeah, this is his newest release. This is just the standard like Waterstones edition, but this cover is freaking stunning. And I'm very excited to read this. I have no idea what it's about, but I think it's something to do with like Jesus people and scary wolves, just based off of the fact that I've opened the book and there's a Jesus person. Plague, Monsters lurk in every shadow, and greedy princes care for nothing more than their own ambition. Sometimes only the darkest paths lead towards the light, paths on which the righteous will not dare to tread. Do you know, it's giving me Empire of the Vampire vibes. Just more like Jesus people. It's giving me Empire of the Vampire vibes. But hold on a second, what is this? The worst monsters make the best allies. Me. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've seen a lot of good reviews coming out of people who had arcs and things, so I think it will be a vibe. Next is one that you won't be surprised because people hype books up and then I buy them. And so I've bought Silver Elite by Danny Francis. This I just ordered on Amazon and just wanted the standard edition, and I got a spread itch. So I was like, I'm not going to complain. Everyone and their nan has been talking about this, especially when I was in Florida. Everyone was ranting about this, and I tried to find a copy while in Florida just because I was like, let's find it, let's read it. Out of stock everywhere. So that didn't happen. But I believe this is like the new like hyped romantasy that everyone's losing their noggins about. So the first book in a sizzling dystopian romance series. Psychics get a death sentence and there are rules to survive. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. Looks good. I'm excited. I'm not in my romantasy era at the moment. I don't really know what era I'm in. I think it's romance. With like a sprinkle of cozy mystery. So I'm just gonna kind of see how I go. I'll read it at some point. Or maybe I won't. Another one that I had come in on pre-order, and I've been waiting for this book for years. And I mean years. Like, I actually think I pre-ordered this 3 years ago. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe 2. And that's The Ash Fire King by Chelsea Abdallah. So I read The Stardust Thief a long bloody time ago. Shall I have a look? Let's have a look. When did I read The Stardust Thief? I think it was about 2 years ago. Stardust Thief I read in 2022, so it was 3 years ago. Wow, okay. And I've been waiting for this ever since, but it's been postponed for many, many reasons, and it is what it is. But The Stardust Thief is what made me understand my love for Aladdin vibes. I say this quite often in the sense of I love Aladdin vibes in my books. So like the David Bad trilogy, love the David Bad trilogy because Aladdin vibes. Loved The Stardust Thief because of Aladdin vibes and like the whimsical, magical element to it. A vibe. So I was very excited to see this, and I am excited to read it, but I'm going to have to reread The Stardust Thief because since reading The Stardust Thief I've read City of Brass and Kingdom of Copper and all that jazz, and they are just going to merge because they're relatively similar in the fact they're based in the same magical setting, and sand and magic and not knowing you had magic and then boom, magic. Similar vibes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to reread it, but it's still a vibe. And then talking about romance, as I was just saying a minute ago, I bought Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score because I've just seen a lot of people talk about it, and I thought, well, I might like it, so why not buy it? So I did. And I had like some vouchers at Waterstones and this, that and whatever, so I was like, well, yeah, go on then. I still have no idea what this is about, so let's find out together, shall we? Bearded bad boy barber, or how to say that 3 times fast, Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee. Alone. Me. Unless you count his basset hound, Waylon, Knox doesn't tolerate drama. Not even when it comes in the form of a stranded, runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin, Knock Mount Virginia, a rough around the edges town where the disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fists and beer. Usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car and cash, Tina leaves her with something unexpected. The niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now she's stuck in town with no car, no job, no plan, and no home, with an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. There's a reason Knox doesn't do complications or high maintenance women, especially not the romantic ones. But since Naomi's life imploded right in front of him, the least he can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as she stops getting in new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his peaceful, solitary life. At least that's the plan, until the trouble turns into real danger. Sounds quite cool, actually. I've never read anything by Lucy Score, but I know she's like very much loved for like her romance books. So I am quite looking forward to reading it. It is quite big though, but we're not going to complain, you know. Next, I'm going to go over 4 books I purchased while in Florida, because of course I could not go to a different country and not buy any books. So the first 2 I bought in the airport before I came home, because I was like, oh, I want to read something on the plane, and wada. I didn't read anything on the plane, but now I have 2 books. So, and funnily enough, they're 2 books that I already own, but they're floppy paperbacks, so I couldn't help myself. Don't judge me. Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson, and Funny Story by Emily Henry. Look, are we complaining? Are we complaining about the flop? I don't think we are. I have no reasons to tell you why I bought these, other than I planned to read them on the plane and then didn't. But look, you see, you understand. There we go. What else do I need to say? And then I went to Walmart because I've been told I need to experience it, and it was an experience. It's like 4 Asdas in one building. It was ginormous, and they had a very good book section. So first I bought A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, if you don't know, one of my favourite books of all time. And I thought, well, I would love the American cover, so I bought it just for the American cover, but also floppy, but mainly for the American cover because I collect her books. And then the other one that I bought that I don't own is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, but this is like a hardback, and it's like, it's got sprayed edges, and it was well cute, and look, there's a crab and he's smiling crab, you see. Oh yeah, I couldn't leave it behind, so I brought it home. Don't know what this is though. Oh, Enemies to Lovers romance. Say no more. Don't mind an enemies to lovers, but sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to get to the point that I want. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. While we're on the subject, while we're on the subject of romance, I'll go over another pre-order I had come in, which is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This is just the standard Waterstones edition with like the sprayed edge that they do for all Emily Henry's hardbacks. I have not heard great things about this since it's come out, not gonna lie, but we'll see how it goes. So I can see it hidden beneath those sparky irises of hers, the truth. What it was like to be born in a world of silver spoons and golden platters. How it felt to fall in love with rock and roll royalty and for him to love you back worldly. And about the other things, the scandal, the cult, the trial, the accident. And finally 20 years ago, Margaret's disappearance. What happened, but also why. And why now, after all this time, she's telling the story. Sounds cute. Sounds cool. One story to tell, 2 writers trying to tell it, and an ending to beat them all. We'll see. It might be good, it might be rubbish, we will see. But the reviews haven't been that good, and that's from people that read her quite like religiously, so we'll see. Another pre-order I have literally just had come in, like before I started recording this, is Everyone Wants to Rule the World Except Me by Django Wexler. So this is book 2 in Dark Lord Davy series, which I quite enjoyed. Book 1, I think I gave it a 3 or a 4. Can't remember, but I quite enjoyed it. The audiobook was very good, and the audiobook is how I will read this. Bit smaller than book 1, but that's not such a bad thing, because I do remember, I think I thought book 1 dragged a bit, but the kind of the way this is told, very good, very video game like storytelling, very fun, very funny, which is typical Django Wexler writing. I did enjoy the first one for sure, and I'm very excited to get to book 2 soon. Next we have another pre-order, but it was actually a pre-order from, not Warstones, what's it called? Fairy Loot, which is The Rag Picker King by Cassandra Clare. Don't look at me, Lorraine. Theo. Leave me alone. I haven't read Swordcatcher yet, but I didn't want to miss out on this because it's really stunning. Oh, that's that way around. Look at the spread edges. Look at the spread edges. I love Cassandra Clare, if you cannot tell, and these editions from Fairy Loot are delightful, so I was not going to miss out on it. It's very good, very nice, and I am happy. Then next we have 2 graphic novels I bought because I read volume 1 and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to get the other 2. So I got volumes 2 and 3 of Hookie, which I really enjoyed, which is about 2 young witches like learning how to deal with their powers and knowing whether they're on like the good or bad side, basically. And it is middle grade graphic novels, but they are very good. I very much enjoyed them, and I would recommend them to anyone who loves a graphic novel. But I bought the next 2 volumes just so I've got them, and I'll probably read them during like readathons and things like that when I've got just like a random prompt I need to read quite quickly. And then the final book, because my foot's dead and I'm done with life now. It's my Evernight book, which I've only literally, this is my first time I've ever received a book from Evernight, and obviously I have seen this because this is my second time recording this video, and I'm very happy. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I do. Evernight is a horror subscription through Illumicrate, and I just put my name into like a list and got in quite quickly. So yeah, this is Evernight for April 2025. They only do it like 4 times a year, 4 or 5 times a year, I think. For this one we got The Staircase Within the Woods by Chuck Wendig, and the book is absolutely stunning. Can you see those edges? They're like, it's like wood carving. Don't focus on me, focus on the book. Please, I beg. Focus on the book, please. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's like all the way around. It's absolutely stunning. I'm very, very excited to read this one. I might read it for Summerween, because this gives me Stranger Things vibes, you know? Like a group of kids, like what the fuck are the kids doing, you know? Creepy house, creepy kids, Stranger Things vibes. So I will read you the synopsis from the card. 5 high school friends are bonded by an oath to protect one another no matter what. Then on a camping trip in the middle of the forest, they find something extraordinary. A mysterious staircase to nowhere. One friend walks up and never comes back down. Then the staircase disappears. 20 years later, the staircase has reappeared. Now the group return to find the lost boy and what lies beyond the staircase in the woods. Very excited to read this one. Yeah, I'm thinking Summerween I might read it for, because it is giving me Summerween vibes, to say the least. But that is my book haul, and I'm not recording this again, so if this corrupts, you'll never see it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul. Let me know any of these you think I should prioritise. If you've read any of them, if you think that I'll hate them, don't tell me. Like and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all soon for another video. Bye.